We were in Subway, I'm sure you remember this. It was in Pennsylvania, and this woman came in and she recognized me and Eddie, and she started freaking out and yelling and ran outside and started screaming on the streets that we were in there. And then she went up to the guys who worked there and were like, "Do you know where they're from?" And we were like, "Okay, we're taking this to go." Like, it was super embarrassing. Another one was I was with Brandon in a mall at the King of Prussia Mall in Pennsylvania. And we go into, I forgot what store, and we're walking out, and she goes, wait. And she looks at Brandon, she goes, "Aren't you the guy on that show?" And then she looks at me right in the eye, and she goes, "You know, he played that girl's boyfriend." He played that girl's boyfriend. And I was like, and then I were just like, we didn't know what to say. And Brady's like, "Yeah, and like, I was like, yeah, Cole from One Life Left." She's like, "Yeah, he plays Star's boyfriend." And I was just like, "Yeah, he does."
I just always forget what I do for a living, and it's like I was at a nail salon one time, and this mom and little girl were getting their nails done next to me, and they kept staring at me, but they weren't even smiling. They were just kind of like, and I was like, "Oh my God, like, did I do something? Like, why are they staring at me?" And I just always forget, and I was like, "Where's she?" My sister. I was like, "Why are they staring at me?" I was like, "Do I have something on my face?" And I just always think that, and then like I'm leaving, they're like, "Excuse me, are you one of them?" I was like, "Oh, of course." I was like, "Okay, yeah." But I just always forget, and I always think that like there's something wrong with me. I'm like, maybe they don't like my outfit. Like I just don't know what to think because I just forget. But remember when we were in when we went to go see Lifehouse, and we were in McDonald's, and this guy, this is really funny. This guy, was it a guy who recognized us or the girl? The guy recognized us and called his sister. Yeah, called his sister and like got Jason to like talk on the phone with her, and we're like, okay, like that's cool. And then we start sitting down, and all of a sudden she had like driven there because she heard that we were there, and we were like, she was like, "Oh hey, I just talked to you on the phone," and we were like, "What? Where do you live?" Oh, so we're like good friends with some of the guitar players at Lifehouse, and so we went to go see them in concert. And one of the guitar players came with us to McDonald's, and the lady was like, "Can I get a picture with all of you?" Because it was me, Kristen, Eddie, and Jason. And the guy from Lifehouse was like, "Sure, I'll take it." She goes, "Oh, thank you. Just click right here." And it was his concert in like half an hour. It was really funny because yeah, it was just fun times. So yeah, David.
Okay, so, well, I got a lot more airtime once I got Brothers on the show, which I was really glad for. But what was happening was I would be walking to the train or something, and somebody would be like, "Oh my God, you're all more life to live." And I said, yeah. And they go, "Oh, you're so great, you're so sweet, I love you." And I said, "Oh, thank you very much." They're like, "And when you play James, like, how is it?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I'm the other guy." And they're like, "Oh." This has happened to me more than once, and I've actually had mothers tell me, "Oh, my daughter's so sweet, you know, you should, you know, all of them." And once they find out that I play the other guy, nada. But the best thing that ever happened, anybody seen a Broadway show that you go to the TKTS booth in Times Square? So I was at the end of the line, it was like a Saturday, so it's a huge line. And one of the guys running the booth recognized me and told me that One Life helped him get sober because of the storyline a few years ago. And he threw me right to the front of the line. And I was jumping on somebody else's storyline, but the fact that I was affiliated with One Life to Live, it was pretty cool. He actually wrote a book about it. I don't remember what it's called, but it's in Barnes and Noble. Not that helps you know. Anyway, any other questions? Yeah. When did we get interested in acting? Since I was a little kid, I was watching Jerry Lewis movies for your adulthood. And I always wanted to be a clown. A goofy guy. Which is completely opposite from what I'm doing right now, but ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to do it.
Yeah, since I was little. I mean, I would just love, musicals, and I just sing around the house and dance, and there's embarrassing footage of it from when I was a child. But yeah, I knew that that was always what I wanted to do, and I was hoping, I mean, it was kind of like, oh yeah, that's my dream, but like maybe my reality is like, I wanted to also teach. But then, it all just worked out, and it's just something you have in you, I think, from a really young age, and you just kind of know, or most people, I think.
I never wanted to be an actress. From a young age, I was like, no. I mean, my whole family was kind of into it, and were like, oh, you should do plays, you should sing, you should dance. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Ew. I didn't like the attention. I didn't like the stage. I didn't like acting, singing, nothing. And then I kind of just switched. I was like, okay, well, why don't I try it? And I just ended up really liking it, and it kind of fell into place, and now it turned from like to love. So I'm just really happy that I got to share this. So, yeah. Yay! I would act out Beauty and the Beast in my family room with my dad, and my dad would play every other character, and I would play Belle. I'd be like, Dad, no, you're supposed to say it like this. And then, we'd also do Aladdin and have the magic carpet ride on the floor, the magic carpet on the floor, and the whole 9 yards. So yeah, I knew from a really young age. And
yeah, I didn't really have any interest in it either, but she was on the show a couple years before me. So I was like, 4 or 5 at the time when you were maybe like 3. And I would just hang out in the studio, hang out with Bob Woods. I had a couple of friends, Mark Derwin, Ben, Bob Woods, and everyone, and I would just kind of hang out. And one day the opportunity where they needed a Matthew, and Bob Woods was like, Ed, at first I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to go to New York, and I don't want to, be on the show or anything. And he said, well, if you came on, you might be my son. And right then and there, I said, no, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, and I've loved it ever since. It's great.
I have an older sister, and I sort of did everything that she did. Like, if she played soccer, I played soccer, and she played the piano. I wanted to take piano lessons. And so she started doing community theater, and then I did it too, and I loved it. I got bit by the acting bug. I was in 3rd grade. I did a community theater production of Bye Bye Birdie, I think, and I just fell in love with it.
I want to see a video of that. Any more questions? Yeah. Oh, like how to... You have to get like an agent, and so I mean, for a lot of us, I think it just kind of fell into place. And I know that that's the worst answer ever, but I mean, it's really just kind of.
I went to school in Cleveland, and we did a showcase. A seniors.
He's taking video.
What that is, it's where all the seniors come to New York City. We basically do a performance, and agencies come to the showcase, and from there, they decide if they're interested in you or not, and you go and you meet with them, and if they like you and you like them, you sign with them. They start sending you out on auditions. So there's a process to it, and they started sending me out on auditions my first year here, but it wasn't until I'd been here about a year and a half before this happened. Before that, I was doing, a survival job like anybody else. I was actually on the street. Those people that try to stop you because they want you to support children overseas? That was me. And I got fired. Because I couldn't get enough people to sign up. I mean, nobody wants... Would you give your credit card out on the street in New York?
Wait, no, David, you have to tell the story. Me and David were walking in the street.
We were walking in the street. We were going to take the subway together uptown after rehearsal for Broadway, from Broadway Paris. And I was like, I always feel so bad for the people that are giving out stuff on the street because, I never stop and talk because I'm always so busy. And, he's like, yeah, I used to do that. I was like, oh! I was like, well, okay, yeah.
For anybody here that wants to do it, it's a process, and sometimes it doesn't always happen right away. And that's how you know if you really love it or not. Because there were times where I was like, I should just quit and leave and go back to Alaska, where I'm from. was such a long plane ride, the entire plane ride. I'd be thinking, I left New York, I didn't